borrow, choose a credit process. So, in this session, we are going to look at some of the key terms related to borrowing money. We will discuss what you can do when you need to borrow money and how you can do this in a smart way. So our aim and objective for this session is to learn about credit terms and definition, to identify the responsibilities associated with borrowing money, and to identify the factors to consider when selecting a lender. We're also going to look at how to identify different types of lenders, and then to list the questions one needs to ask a lender. So like I said before we started, that we're going to look at some key terms related to borrowing money. What you can do when you need to borrow money and how to do it in a smart way. So who can tell us what is a loan? Who can tell us what is a loan? From our other session, I heard everybody were really like engaged in the class, talking about loan, what you need to use the loan for. So what is a loan? Let's do an energizer. Please, everybody stand up. Please. And this class will not be dull. Okay. So this is what we are going to do. I hammer with one hammer. Then you repeat after me too, now you do it. I hammer with one hammer. I hammer with two hammers. I hammer with two hammers. I hammer with three hammers. I hammer with three hammers. I hammer with four hammers. I hammer with four hammers. I'm not hearing your voice. I hammer with four hammers. I hammer with four hammers. Faster. I hammer with four hammers. Thank you, everybody. Please, a power clap for ourselves. Thank you. So let's continue. I'm sure if you want to sleep, the sleep must have cleared off now.
You've hammered it.
So I was asking, what is a loan? Yes, doctor. Brief, please.
A loan will be defined as money borrowed,
Okay.
probably from the lender or whoever, and to be paid back with interest.
Thank you. Please, a power clap for him. Thank you. So who can also explain what a credit is? It's not credit allowed. What is a credit? Okay, Pastor.
Credit, you want to, but no when you get you show what you hear me.
She will explain. Don't worry. But what did he say?
He's saying the money you collected from another person that is not your money.
Okay, please a power clap for him. Then who can also explain what is interest? What is interest? What is interest? Okay. What is interest? You are studying water bottle. You're tired. People will call this our not married. What is interest?
Interest.
Okay, Madam. Okay.
Interest is the extra money you pay on the money you borrowed.
Please, a power clap for Mama. Thank you. You see, like he said, a loan is the act of giving money, property, or other material goods to another party in exchange for future repayment of the principal, interest, and other charges. While a credit is a contractual agreement in which a borrower receives something of value now and agrees to repay the lender at some date in the future. generally with interest. And then Mama already told us what interest is, so there's no need reading it. So, what are the sources of credit? Apart from, I've mentioned banks, MFBs. So, what other sources of credit do we have? Just a minute, please, so that we can take them down. Okay, sources of credit.
Yes. Cooperative,
Okay.
families and friends.
Okay. Corporate,
Families and friends.
family,
And friends.
and friends. You said what?
Community,
Okay, so community support.
yeah.
Okay, we can just say community.
Your family support.
Yes? Community. Community support. Which one again? Which other source of credit do we know?
All these mobile.
Okay, fintech companies. Mobile app now. This mobile. Which one? Okash.
Everything.
So fintech. Fintech companies. Which other one do we know?
Another one is very close, neighbor close. The one we borrow from my wife and children.
That's family and friends. So which other sources of credit do we know? Sir?
So good.
Money
Ah.
lender.
Okay, money lenders.
Informal money lender.
Okay, informal.
That one is Ponzi scheme. So good to choose Ponzi scheme.
Okay, is that what he's talking about?
Eh.
Okay. Okay, I want to do MMM. MMM is not source of credit. Is that not what you were saying in Yoruba? All of us know MMM.
There are some particular set of people, maybe they are
Sorry, one house.
like they have some set of people, maybe they are rich. They will lend you money. You say that's who.
Okay.
They will lend you money. It's either you use your land or one keep property as collateral.
Oh, and they will pray for you not to pay.
Bam!
Ah.
Yeah, that's money lenders.
Well, you're saying something.
You do it times two.
Ah.
And they will have a prayer you should not even see the money so that they will
Because they
not.
will come and collect your property. Ah. That one is not a
They are money lenders now. They are money lenders.
They are money lenders. They are the informal money lenders, like you
Not
mentioned.
able to pay, no matter how strong.
So that means you see why we need to learn these things, so that you will know people you want to meet before you collect credit or borrow money. Yes. So we are going to be doing a game. It's called Words and Meaning. In this exercise, I will share. Everybody will pick from this doctor. It's good for you. This thing is exercises. That's why it's called exercise. So you will pick one from here. These are words and these are meaning. If you pick one from here and you check the one you pick is not the meaning, you will look for your partner that has the meaning. Then when you see the meaning, you will collect it and place the word on that flip chart and the meaning with your partner. So everybody is going to pick yes. Everybody will pick one. You don't need to do your partner.
So I'm the one starting.
Yeah, you are starting with this one. You're starting with this one. So you pick one and share one. Everybody will pick one. Pick one. So they are the ones picking the words now. This is meanings. Words are meanings. Pick one. So when you pick, you look for your partner. Hold on, let them don't pick it. So you check if it's other's meaning. Check. Where am I words? So look for your partner. Get up. Look for your partner that has the meaning of the word it fits. Look for the partner that has the. Okay. So if this is not your.
Is it within the group or
No, outside. Everybody. Meet your. Check. Read.
Sorry, ma, but we have the same thing, two different.
Don't worry, check for your meaning. It's 2. 1 will be 2. Because we have 15. Look for your partner. Look for your partner. We have 4 minutes to do that.
I don't really understand what.
Okay. There are words and their meaning. Yes. What is this? Screensaver. What is screensaver? Only meaning of screensaver. If this is not the meaning, look for who has screensaver. Rethink. Look for who has the meaning of rethink. Money, please help me sit down. Sorry, just so look for the words and the meaning. We have 4 minutes. Have you seen the meaning of it?
Yes.
Like you said.
So, the amount of words and meaning. We'll check the correction. Yes, words and meaning. Just place the words. Yes, place it at the first one, then you put the meaning at the first one. You understand? If you are placing the word in one, you put the meaning in one.
Yes.
Sorry.
This one is Garanto. This is rethink, Lily. This is rethink. This one is.
Doctor, look for your partner now.
Who is having any repayment?
What do you think is that one? Who has words that don't have meaning? So that you will see.
Wọ́ọ̀dù ló máa wà ní wọ́ọ̀dù láwà bí nílì láwà lọ́ọ̀dẹ. Àwọn ìgbàlú is wrong. Wọ́ọ̀dù ló máa wà ní nílì ẹ̀mí. Wọ́ọ̀dù like any repayment then the meaning will be there. Meaning ló wà ní they have made mistake.
Sorry, excuse me, let me explain.
Who is wrong?
I said see words.
Wọ́ọ̀dù ló máa wà ní
Words, meaning in the other side. Words and meaning.
Wọ́ọ̀dù ló máa wà ní they have made mistake. Meaning and word. Word is
So this one, you want So are we done? Please, I will need everybody to come here because we need to look at what you've done. Please, everybody come here. What did you say? You people do not understand what I was saying. Anything you place here should match here. Anything you place here should match here. If you're placing here, it will match here. So let me see. You understand? Okay. So let's explain. Please, can we move back a bit so that others can see? Just help me move back a bit. So now, somebody placed interest here. So is interest the amount of money the borrower pays to the lender in addition to one house, please. Should we stop the class?
Professor.
Please, let's pay attention so that we can understand these terms and move ahead. Now, somebody pays interest here, and then the person is telling us that interest is the amount of money the borrower pays to the lender in addition to repaying the loan itself to be able to use the lender's money. Do we think this is correct?
Very correct.
Okay, so principal now is the amount of the loan granted by the lender, net of interest.
Yes.
Very
Is it correct?
Correct.
Okay, somebody said early repayment is repaying all part of your loan before the term of agreement. Yes. Is it correct? Yes. Okay, then rethink is cancelling a credit agreement without penalty, or is a cooling off period protecting you against impulse buying. Is it correct?
Yes.
Is it correct?
Yes.
Nobody is answering me. It's
Yes.
only Benjamin.
Because, for instance, if you collected a loan,
Yes.
there is a window you can return the loan without interest. But once the window is closed, even if you want to return the money, you need to pay the interest.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So penalties. They said penalties is the sums the borrower will have to pay to the lender if he or she fails to repay the loan. Example: seizure of property, a vehicle, or savings. Is it correct?
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at the last one here: guarantor or / collateral. So you can see there's a mistake somewhere. The person pays. Is it the last one?
Yes.
Okay, it's upside down. So you said it's the last one. Okay, I don't want to paste it.
Yes.
Okay, so you said guarantor or collateral is pledging a property you own as security to obtain credit from a financial institution.
Yeah.
In the event of a repayment not being made, the creditor may seize or repossess the property concerned and sell in order to recover the sum originally lent plus charges. The owner does not lose ownership of mortgaged property as long as he honors his repayment obligation. We believe that's collateral, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you everybody. Please let's give ourselves a power clap. It's obviously understood what we are doing. So back to our seats, please. Thank you. So let's be seated so that we can continue the class. Okay. So after our game, let me just ask this question. Why do you have to pay interest when you take a loan? Why do you have to pay interest when you take a loan? Anybody? Why do you think you have to pay interest anytime you take a loan?
because even the person giving out the loan
Yes.
see that as also a business.
Okay.
So the interest is their own profit.
So that's time value of money.
Yeah.
Please, a power clap for Benjamin. Thank you. Do we have any question from the game we just played? We don't have any question, right? Okay. So we are going to forge ahead to identifying the responsibilities associated with borrowing money. Now, I want us to have a discussion. Have you ever lent something to someone who failed to return it or damaged it? Let's say, for example, clothes, shoes, kitchen utensils. Have you ever lent something, like you borrow somebody, maybe that, that big pot they used to cook for a party? If you have it, maybe or your wife have it, your wife now borrow somebody and the person return it with one leg broken. I'm just citing an example so that you know what are the kind of, I want to hear anybody that has experience.
Yes.
Okay.
There was a period I borrowed a friend.
Okay.
So I wanted to repair a sewing machine.
Okay.
And it to give
Okay, you borrowed the friend money. Okay, it's not like you borrowed him the sewing machine and exploit it.
No.
Okay, you borrowed money to him to repair it. Till now, he has not returned the money. Ah,
In fact, yes.
he ran away.
We have forgotten.
So you let him go now. You do not go and jack the sewing
It's
machine.
more than 3 years now, so.
Ah.
That is why
It's not
it's
that
advisable
you can borrow.
to borrow relative or friends money that you can be able to forfeit.
Forfeit.
Yes.
I don't even like borrowing people money.
You don't like borrowing people
If
money.
you come for 100,000,
Because-
if you are able to afford 10,000, take 10,000, go and look for the rest. That is just it.
Kabiyesi, how did you now feel after that time?
Oh, I felt that.
Yes, I also have.
You have a story, Madam Folashade. Okay, I'm listening.
Yes, the person is my fashion designer. Just called that she needed to pay her daughter's fees.
Okay.
That she will pay her up to
So sorry about that. And it's a family friend.
Yes.
Like they said if you want to give a family friend or a family member money, you should give them what you can forfeit. So if somebody asks you to borrow me 10,000, you know if you give the 10,000 to pay you, the person will not pay. Maybe that person take 3 and then find 7 somewhere. And you take your mind off it. Yes, sir.
This is scenario two.
Okay.
A friend of mine asked me to buy something.
Okay.
We discussed on the phone and he asked me to buy that. When I come back, he was going to give me the money. So I came back and give him the item.
The item.
Tomorrow, I don't collect it.
Ah. And how did you feel about it?
That is more or less like borrowing too.
It's borrowing now. It's So then how did you feel about the whole scenario?
So finally, I just told
Sometimes
him-
you might not really feel that.
No, I one day I confronted him and I said, next time if you ask me to buy something for you, and I declined, because he said, I'm still going to pay now. There is only somebody that died.
That's a chronic borrower. That's their language. They will tell even Nigeria same. I wanted to share something. I know you were telling me about that story now.
Before coming back,
Sorry, Benjamin. Let's hear.
I borrow someone's money,
Okay.
but we are attending the same church. Up till now, the money she started paying 20,000. And the money is up to the tune of 600 plus.
Ah.
You want to pastor.
And she started, at
You
the
wanted to
end,
pastor.
yes.
What is the
At
She
the end.
started paying me 20,000. Even up till now, she has not even paid for last month. I called her yesterday, she switched off her phone. 20,000. The money still remains about 480,000.
It's time value of money again. So have you met your pastor?
Since 2023.
No, I do inform the pastor.
Yes.
Well, God will judge.
God has a lot to judge, Abby. Yeah. So sorry about those experiences. It's not really a good thing to experience when you help somebody and the person turns out to disappoint you or hold your money. I'm sure when you were giving her that money, you were thinking she will pay back maybe next month. And she has already looked at you and in her mind and said, nothing, you don't fit do anything. That's why she's treating it the way she's treating it. But it's life. So sorry about that experience. So, when borrowing money, what are your responsibilities? When you borrow money, what are your responsibilities?
To pay back.
Okay, now let me explain. The first responsibility of a person who contracts a loan or borrows something is to repay the loan or return the item they have borrowed at the agreed time. If you borrow money from, maybe you borrow money to finance a project or a goal you want to achieve, it is important that you repay this loan on time. Whether your project you succeed in doing it or not, because sometimes you borrow money and you will not use it for what you borrow it for. You understand? You want to go and tell them that please borrow me money, I want to buy land. You now borrow money, they give you the money, you gotta buy car. So how will you now pay? You know, if you buy the land sell and you say you want to sell, time value of money, maybe there's no way you buy land 100,000, you want to sell tomorrow, they will still price you 100. So maybe you told the person you want to buy a land, the person now give you money, you went to buy a car, you are buying fuel to fuel it to. Now, that's why I'm asking this question. When borrowing money, what are your own responsibilities?
Okay, you have to ensure that you use it for what it's meant for.
Please, a power clap for doctor. Thank you. So for loans for family and friends, what are the borrower's responsibility? For loans for family and friends, what are the borrower's responsibility? You know, you mentioned the church member. I know she's just like a family member in the body of Christ. We don't know what the borrower's responsibility
I said repayment, because once the repayment is not there, the family bond or the friendship bond will just collapse.
Yes, please, a power clap for Benjamin. So, what are the consequences you face if you fail to pay? So, what are the consequences you face if you fail to pay? Anyone? We are just looking at general. Sorry, one house. Sorry, you know, if everybody is talking, nobody is talking, we will not hear ourselves. So it's better one person talk. If you want to talk, please raise your hand. Okay, Pastor, you want to say something?
The first reason you can first collect insult.
Okay.
Not of insulting or that.
Okay.
We talk all kind of things that people don't.
Okay. Any other answer? Any other response? Please, a power clap for people that answer. Thank you. So now, when I said when borrowing money, what are your responsibilities? Your responsibility number one is to pay back.
Yes.
To pay back accordance with the agreement you people have. If you are borrowing a 10,000 naira and you promise to pay 105,000, just pay it for peace to reign. And you know, agreement is agreement. So if the loan has been contracted with family members or friends, what is the borrower's responsibility? I believe that because it's family and friends, it can be flexible. You understand? So if you cannot even pay now, you have to start that agreement from the beginning that, okay, as you're giving me this money, you give me 1 month first before we start paying. Now, it's easier when you have those kind of conversations than you try to play your family and friends when you collect money from them. And you will have the agreement to whether you are paying with interest or not, and try to keep to your end of the bargain. Now, for the consequences, you know, when it's family and friends, you now lose that bond you have when you fail to pay and you fall out of the family. Or if it's an institution you collect from, you pay late payment. That one is even worse. You will pay. You will now pay default, pay lateness. So it's good that you do what you're supposed to do at the right time. Now, the borrower is responsible for repaying the loan when agreed with interest. When you fail to repay the loan on time, you will face the consequences. Contracting a loan is a serious business. So do not take it lightly. Do not joke with it. If you know you don't need the money, don't bother collecting it. Because if you put it at the back of your mind that it's a serious business and the repercussion is not funny, it's better you don't take it if you don't have use for it. When we were reading that thing, we saw the place that is rethink, Abi. The rethink is maybe you have started and you did not need the money at the long run. You can go back and tell them, I don't really think I need this money again. That's where that thing comes in place. Instead of getting yourself, how do I put it? Instead of getting yourself choked up with debt. You understand?
But is that they really do that?
Yes. You do it on time.
On time.
Now maybe you're in the process, you know when you will get this money, you will know. If you want to get loan, you know if you will get the money. You too, you know if you're not qualified. So in the process, you are already seeing that it's heading somewhere. Like this money, they will disburse it to me next tomorrow. Start thinking if you really need it. If you don't need it, before that next tomorrow, you can suspend it. Yes,
I
doctor.
want to suggest, have you read a book called The Merchant of Venice?
Merchant of Venice.
William
Shakespeare. Yeah, she's
I
the
think as a
You
child.
heard about Shylock?
Yes, I think as a child I read it.
There is a normal saying, as stingy as Shylock.
Okay.
So maybe you go and it's explain everything you are talking about.
Okay.
There was an agreement during the loan
Yes.
that if you default, that the friend will take a pound of flesh.
Hmm.
So unfortunately, the friend default and Shylock need that pound of flesh. But during the agreement, in that agreement, they insisted on a pound of flesh.
Mm.
So a lawyer now came that Shylock should take, he must obey the law of Venice. He must take that pound of flesh.
Mm.
So he insisted that Shylock take your pound of flesh. But in this agreement, a drop of blood must not come out. And you must take a pound, nothing less than
A
pound, nothing more than pound.
Okay.
So that is how Shylock now said, okay, you want. Other people have agreed that they will pay him back. He said, no, I don't have my pound of flesh. So that's why people say asking. So when you are doing agreement,
Yes.
ensure that everything is inside. I didn't said, I will take a pound of flesh, there will be blood, it will be not a pound or whatever.
Yes.
He said just a pound.
Yes.
But he wanted that his friend to die.
Oh,
But they are doing the same
business.
Unfortunately, when a good lawyer came, the
Yes.
lawyer said, take your pound, but there must be no drop of blood. Neither it should be a pound, not less than
Not
a
that-
pound.
not more
The
than
man
a
even, the lawyer even got scared.
Scared.
Take just 1 pound, though, no drop of blood. So,
Oh, that's a really good story. I look forward to reading that book.
go and read it.
But I think I read it as a child. I can't really remember, but the name
It
says
explains everything.
Okay. Now there's this popular proverb that says, "Whoever pays his or her debts gets richer." You know, when you pay, you are using people's money to trade. You make income. So somebody's even supposed to help me explain. I'm already explaining the proverb. So now you've collected money. You make interest. You pay back the person's his own share of the money, and you also make profit. Is that not getting you richer? So whoever pays his or her debts gets richer. Now let's look at the different types of lender. We've written it when we're talking about different different types of lender. So it's essential, and there are several sources of credit or lenders in our communities. Some are more difficult to get loan from, and some are more expensive. Some require you to belong to a voluntary organization. In some cases, getting a loan is connected with taking a social or community responsibility. Like when you mentioned the community savings, that you can get loan from those ones. So now we've already taken down some source of credit, like we mentioned earlier. Okay, sources of credit, we talked about it before. Now we mentioned cooperative, family and friends, community support, fintech companies, informal money lenders. Thank you. Before doctor, we say I'm tired again. I'm not tired. I'm not tired. So, we've taking down the source of credit. So let's look at the list of source of credit and consider your own circumstances. Maybe you have a project that is dearest to your heart. Which of the sources will you take money from? And if you choose the 3 which you think is the best. You know, you people did not mention it now. These are the ones I want you to see. Now, in addition to what you've mentioned, yes, you can get money from bank, microfinance institution. You mentioned family and friends, and you can see parents and family. Employer, you know, in employer you can get overdraft. You can also get from public funds and charities. That's welfare. Then another source of credit is even higher purchase. Is even higher purchase. Bank overdraft. You know, bank overdraft is another source of credit. When you bank with a bank for some time and they see how your credit, your account history, they see that you get money, you get inflow, that you don't withdraw easily. And same time you do in and out. It's not like you get 10,000, you remove the 10,000. You get 5,000, you remove the 5,000. No. There are some people that if they get 10,000, they remove 1, leave 9. That 9 might sit for 3 months. If you have those kind of history, bank can offer you overdraft when you need money because they've seen your inflow that you can handle it. And then there's also specialized lending organization. You mentioned informal lenders in the ones you mentioned. You know, they are also inside this organization. Some are registered and some are not. So the informal one you mentioned are the ones that are not registered, but they are registered ones, which can also be the fintech, the old cash, and the rest of that. So, like I said, will someone tell us why they would prefer to borrow money from a bank to fund your project? Some questions that we'll have to discuss. Okay, no, Benjamin wants to say something. Yes. Will someone tell us why they would prefer to borrow from a bank to fund your project?
I noticed lately that bank loan interest is lower compared to like maybe fintech and some cooperative.
So you would prefer to borrow from a bank to fund your project? Any other view? Okay, doctor.
I would prefer to borrow from the bank because for proper documentation and record. So you find out that some lending institution, you will have paid some, they don't have a record, you will continue paying, especially in the ministry. You continue paying. So for bank, you have a proper record.
Okay. Please, a power clap for them. Thank you. The next question. If you can go on a holiday, is a loan from the savings group or a good idea, and why?
It depends. If you are going on holiday,
yes,
to meet somebody that will give you money.
Yes, sir.
Like if I'm going on holiday to meet my sister.
Okay. If I ask you now, you will not answer me.
I can borrow you.
So what this you are the ones that told me no side talk in our rules. That's why it's pasted here. You see, I don't keep it hidden so that we'll be remembering the rules we set by ourselves.
How much have you realized?
Sir?
How much have you realized of that?
Should we add charges to it?
That is why the rule is not completed.
You better. We should add penalty.
It's late.
It's not late. It's not late. Oh, if you say we should add penalty, we will make a lot of money. We should add penalty. We should forget about it.
Next time.
Next time.
I don't hope this kind of training will be a continuous.
It is a continuous thing. It's a continuous process.
We will learn from all the little mistakes.
Okay. Next time, if we are setting those side up, we'll put amount to it.
Yes. It's fine.
Any rule we set, we will put the charges you will pay. Maybe you will buy me coke.
And when you are coming, there is POS.
Abi, I should bring POS. Thank you, Pastor. So you were saying something, Doctor?
Yeah, we are talking
For
about
the second question, yes.
loan for holidays.
Yes.
For vacation. I said, well, it depends.
Yes.
But if you go on vacation, probably people you are going to be there will reimburse you or give you something you might do. But if you are just going for pleasure,
Yes, to go and enjoy yourself. It's not advisable. Right?
or you will come and suffer the pressure.
Yeah. Thank you, Doctor, for that. And you were saying something, Benjamin?
They should remove the holiday, replace it with research.
Now, you know some people collect money from their family and they will go for holiday. It happens now. That is, we are looking at
You know that some money you collected from family, deep down, your family knows you are not paying back. And even you know you are not paying back.
Okay.
That is why I saw parents and family.
Yes.
Sorry, parents. That parent should be.
They should remove parents
Yes.
from family.
No, from there, because most of the money you borrow from parents, we hardly pay back.
Maybe your father is a nice man.
What about when they borrow from one and the woman not part of the family?
No, the money, any money you borrow from your parents, we hardly pay back.
When you borrow from your wife,
Wife, I don't know. I don't know about wife.
what did they mean?
I don't know about wife. For parents, they don't even bother to ask.
Yeah.
You say,
Okay, when the parents, sorry, Pastor, you mean when parents borrow from you or you borrow from your parents?
No, if you borrow from your your parents can.
How many parents will give you money now like that? They will still give you.
Yes.
As an adult, except they see that your world is crumbling.
Depends on the
If
family.
they see if there's plenty money, they can borrow you.
Depends on the family.
They will even give you, they will not ask you to pay. But all of us, we know where we are and you want to come and collect after I've trained you. Me, I will not give you. That also.
My parents will still give sha. So
No, we are just looking at the possibility. Okay, so on the third question, if you plan to buy a house, one house, please. Can we continue?
yes.
Okay. If you plan to buy a house, do you think borrowing money from a family or a savings group is a good idea? It's not a good idea to collect money from family.
It's a good idea because
If you want to buy a house, if you want to build a house, Pastor, sorry. Let me read the question again. If you say
family or savings.
if you want to talk about family, you talk about family now, or you talk about savings.
Yes.
It cannot be. Yes. So we are saying, if you plan to buy a house, do you think borrowing money from family or savings group a good idea, and why? You think it's a good idea or it's not a good idea?
It's a good idea. The side of saving group.
Savings group will give you money to buy a house.
Let me explain.
I'm listening.
3 years ago, if you know your family, the area we are renting, the land is teaching. The land is cheap. The land is cheap. In that area. Then a plot of land. When I was discussing about if I see land, I will do a little house. Somebody told me that the house land then, how much did he sell? He charged me 250,000, and I do not have money to that amount. But we are having a savings there, which at that period, at the period of that March, which I know that if I collect money from that place and buy that land, I will pay back before the year end. And the loan they will give me, it will last for 10 months. For 10 months. So I borrow from them, I pay for the land, before the year end I pay. Then I start building. They said, now I have to roof the house now. The money I supposed to buy in little by little. There's another one at Chicago. I went and buy it at the rent of 450. Not up to a year. I said it's 900.
Wow.
I take the 900 put for the same service, which I'm qualified to collect closer to 2 million to buy zinc, which I will even want to pay before the end of the year. That is why I say that when you are saving, understanding that in the midst of that saving that people understand.
So the savings group now is a good idea for you.
Yes.
Please, a power clap for him. So let's appreciate him first now. You know it's easy to share your story. You don't learn something now. Of course. I learned too that if you have savings group that are good, you can collect money now. Buy this one. Sell this one. Use it to that. Did you see the mass that enter that thing? You did not hear the mass.
You don't calculate that.
You did not even see the sense in what he did. He bought for 450, sold for 900. Now that don't double the money. So you wanted to say something, Benjamin?
Building a house
Yes.
or buying it. Let me just say building.
Yes.
Except maybe you are Odogun that we just say, okay, I budgeted maybe 30-40 million amount and that's not to use. But our people, you just need to be in a group, even all those public servants, they do collect loan because their salary cannot afford to maybe set a foundation. You need to collect loan to start building. It's not necessarily maybe you are collecting loan from a group and I tell them, I want to buy a house, I want to build house, I want to, you understand? That's just it. It's a good idea.
Okay. Please, a power clap for Benjamin. Any other idea or any other response to our third question? If there's one, let's move to the fourth. Can you name the different, sorry, there's a type here. Can you name the different types of loans? Okay. Can you name the different types of loans suited to the goals we have mentioned? You know, these goals that we have mentioned, what kind of loans do we think will suit the your project? You want to go on holiday or you want to buy a house? What kind of loan do you think will suit them?
I think that would be the personal savings.
Okay, the holiday or personal savings, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Please, a power clap for Benjamin. Benjamin is really looking at how you balance this enjoyment that you're thinking. He's the one that is actually responding, see so. Okay, the next question, the next one, Uncle. What kind of loan do you think suits the buying of a house? Ma? House loan from Ma? Group savings to buy house. Mortgage. Please, a power clap for her. A power clap. Let's be active, please. So the other one. If you have another project, where do you think you can get loans from? Or what kind of loan do you think is suited for the project? Let's say the project is to build a school. What kind of anybody? We're just looking at a project. What kind of loan is suited to do that one?
School is a business. So it's better you go for bank loan. So that you're able to complete the project and start making profit to repay back the loan.
Thank you. Please, a power clap for Benjamin. Okay. So we'll move next to the factors to consider when selecting a lender. I also want us to note that if it is important and that you understand the dangers revolving around credit, like if you want to collect any loan or you want to renew any loan, it is important. I mentioned it earlier. If you know you don't need it, you leave it. And it's very important that you understand that if you do not pay, there are consequences. I mentioned it, I think I'm repeating myself on that again, right? Right?
Yes.
Factors to consider when selecting a lender. Now we must look at the interest rate, if it is fixed or flexible. Do we understand it or should I explain? Sorry? Should I explain or we understood it? I should explain. Okay, if it's fixed, like if you're taking a loan and they tell you it's fixed, maybe they told you the loan is for 4%. Just know you'll be paying 4% every month. But if it's flexible, it can be on reducing balance. Now, it's still 4% though. If you pay this month, maybe you collect 1 million, you pay interest on 1 million this month, and the part of the payment you're supposed to pay this month. Next month now you have reduced the money. Maybe it's remaining 800,000. Now you pay interest, the first 4% on 800,000. So same thing happens in the third month. Maybe you've paid that one, it's now remaining 600. On the third month you just pay interest on 600. So you see it's flexible. So effective interest rate, also that effective interest rate is all charges, including insurance and administrative charges. Now if you are taking a loan, they will charge you insurance, they will charge you management fee, charge you application fee. If you don't ask what are the EIR of, like the effective interest rate, anything they are supposed to charge you in the loan, you need to ask when you want to collect money from a lender, or when you want to select a lender. Now, the amount you can borrow, before you even start doing all this process, you ask, I want 10 million, or can you give me 10 million? If this institution cannot give you 10 million, you check another institution. That is how it works. So, how quickly can you get the money is also a question you should ask the lender. Because sometimes, if you don't ask, to take you what you want in maybe in 3-4 days, in 1 month they've not given it to you, the aim is defeated. Maybe you wanted to pay for maybe goods you're expecting, and you've told the person I'll pay in the next 5 days. Now you're going to look for a lender, ask if you can get the money before the 5 days. Because some will tell you that with their own loan you have to run an account for 6 months before you get. So all these questions are really necessary. So you also ask penalties in the event of late payment and method of collection. Like an example is LAPO now. If you don't ask, I don't collect money in LAPO. You know what they do to people in LAPO now. They will lock you in toilets. So you will ask questions before you collect money from any institution. Then also ask if they entertain possibility of extension. You ask them if I cannot pay in these 3 months you've given me, is it possible you extend it? Some institutions don't want to get extension, while some are very open to it. It's your pocket that will suffer. Yeah. So arrangement in the event of death or other hazards, you ask. Because some institution will not tell you. You might even sign that maybe you pay for insurance or you pay for fire hazard when you were doing your effective interest rate. You did not know. You are supposed to ask now that in case of fire or in case of death, am I covered before you take the loan? Everybody, none of us know how life happens. Some organization will collect the money, but because you did not ask, they will not tell you anything. When maybe fire catch your shop, now they will still start frustrating you. They don't care, will say fire don't catch the shop. They will frustrate you to pay. So these are the things we look out for when we want to consider any or selecting any lender. So now we move to questions you need to ask the lender itself. For this, we'll have a short drama. And we need 2 volunteers. One person will be a customer service advisor. And one person will be Sholape. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sholape. So one person will have to be the customer advisor from a bank, and one person will be Sholape. So who can volunteer? Because you come out here and add the drama for us. Who wants to be Sholape and who wants to be our customer advisor of the bank?
I will nominate.
Okay. Nominate. So advisor.
Benjamin.
You are looking for loan. You are not acting anything. You are going to
Benjamin is the advisor.
Pastor, come and meet the advisor.
Advisor for what?
You want to meet the advisor?
Please, some advisor. Please, we'll bring our seats forward. I'll bring chairs for you. So I will need everybody to, let me also join you in the crowd. I will need everybody to pay attention to Shonape and the bank advisor as they take us on this small drama, role play. So you can start, please.
Good afternoon, madam.
Bedroom boys.
I'm here to continue. First, I want to start. I want to set up the numbers.
Okay, you want to set up the numbers?
Yes.
Well, our bank is open to all types of loan. I'm assure you, our bank is one of the best banks in the country with best interest rates, and starting up a business would be need to apply for maybe a loan, and the interest rate, and you'll be able to, it's flexible. The interest rate of our bank is flexible, so I don't know your plan towards the loan and your payment plan and the rest.
I want to ask about the payment terms and conditions that will follow. Maybe there's late payment or I'm unable to pay at the appointed time. What is the penalty?
According to our bank rules, you will need a guarantor or a collateral to obtain the loan, and you should be able to bank with us for some period of time, at least maybe 6 or 8 months, as our customer. Before you
I
say,
think that's 8 months will be too much.
okay, I think 6 months is okay. Since you are coming for the first time to obtain the loan from our bank, and I will rest assure you that our bank is one of the best banks, like in the country for now. We are rated as #1.
But I have some banks. I don't even ask me to stay to 8 up to 6 months.
Okay, and if you are able to provide the guarantor and the collateral, you will be able to obtain the loan, and we have series of loans if you want to apply.
But will you be able to borrow me up to 5 years?
5 years. I think the payment plan will know how to adjust the payment plan, because the higher the longer the year, the higher the interest. Because when you are collecting loan, the lower the year, the lower the interest. So once the payment period is 5 years, so I think the interest rate will be bit high.
Is there any kind like grace period? Let's say I'm taking the loan this month. Does it mean that I will start paying you? Or what's the grace period?
No, before you start your repayment, I think there's 3 months grace period. After the 3rd month, you start repaying.
That's interesting.
Thank you.
Please, a power clap for our actors. Thank you very much. You may have your seat. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you everybody. So, we'll look at how did you feel in the role play of Shonape and client advisor and what happened? How do you feel in the role play? Yeah, you can answer if you want to. Or other persons that did not participate, you watch, all of us will watch this role play now. Yes, how did you feel?
Maybe, Shonape, how did you feel? Did you feel confident to bank with or the advice given to you by the client? Did you feel as if you are fulfilled that get the loan from them. That's what you are talking. Then the kind advisor, did you also feel that you are giving all the necessary information?
So how did you feel in the role play? Okay, Shalaka, let me ask you, how did you feel in the role play? Or the client advisor, how did you feel when you did the role play?
Alicia.
Benjamin, the client advisor. How did you feel? You felt you give her the advice she needed.
Yes, because she said she's been to another bank.
Okay, okay.
As a business owner, so I need to welcome her to my bank.
Yes.
So I told her maybe 6 months banking with us before she can obtain loan.
Yes.
She said she's been to another bank
Yes.
and they are able to give her like they want to offer her loan without maybe banking with them. So I just need to bypass that side. So and once she's able to provide me the guarantor and the collateral,
Yes.
and she'll be able to obtain the loan.
Okay. Please, a power clap for Benjamin. Okay, the next question. Are you satisfied with the information given by the client advisor during the interview? Sholapi?
Yes.
You are satisfied with the advice given to you?
Yes. You know that
Or to some extent.
to some extent. You know that I told him that I went to other bank and they asked me to come without even banking with them, that they are going to give me the loan. You know that with that he now said that okay, I should come and bring the necessary documents.
Please, a power clap for her. You can see she has embodied the person of Sholapi. She understood the assignment. So what other questions can we ask to know more about credit products? What other questions, apart from the ones we heard her ask? Are there other questions we feel we should ask? Okay, so I'm going to explain. Now, explain other questions you need to ask the lender if you're collecting a loan. It's good that you ask the lender the types of loan they offer. You know, the other one, we looked at lender, the institution, if you want to borrow, how to choose a lender. Now we're looking at how to ask the lender, the questions you need to ask the lender. You ask them what type of loans so that you will know the one that is suitable for what you want to do. You also ask them what is the interest rate. You know, I mentioned before, you ask for flexibility. So the same thing as you ask them for interest rate. You might hear 4%, ask them flat or per annum. Flat means you'll be paying 4% every month, which is equals to 48% per annum. But if you ask them per annum and they tell you 4%, just know if you divide that 4 by 12, you will not get the monthly interest. So you also ask them what is the effective interest rate. Those other charges that I told you, insurance, management fee, application fee. Some institution will tell you 0.5% upfront of what you're supposed to borrow from. Maybe you want 10 million naira, you pay 0.5% of the 10 million as the effective interest rate, the EIR. So you always ask. Then you ask if you need to provide guarantors. Some of these loans, like below 100,000, you might not provide guarantors. But if you don't ask, you might provide though. Yeah, so you ask if you need to provide guarantors. So you also ask how much do I have to contribute before I can access this loan. Because some loans you must pay 30% of the money before they will not give you the older money. And now you see you've paid 30%. But when they are giving you, they will give you the 100% of the money. You will be paying interest on 100%, but you have kept 30% with them. So you ask, when does each repayment have to be made? You ask them, some people want you to pay weekly, some want you to pay monthly. And some people will ask you, we want you to pay daily. So ask which one are they doing and which one is suitable for you. You also ask for penalties for late payment. Some institution might not charge you anything, or they might just charge you maybe 2,000 naira if you're late in paying. While some will charge you extra 4% if you're late. So how long does it take to be granted the loan? I've mentioned that in the other time. That you ask them, will I get it if I need it in 5 days? Can I get it before 5 days? If it's what you will get, they will tell you. If it's what you will not get, they will also inform you. You also ask them of the documentation so that you will not bring your grandfather's birth certificate. So ask them of the documentations you need to do. So when I think with these important questions you have asked, what is the most important lesson you have learned during this session? What are the most important lessons you have learned during this session? Yes, ma'am.
Whenever I want to obtain,
Yes.
I should ask about the terms and conditions.
Yes.
The interest rate,
Yes.
either is flexible or
Not
not
flexible.
flexible.
Please, a power clap for her. Thank you. Yes, Pastor.
I learned that if we tend to take a loan, before we sign, we need to read
Yes.
to know what it is.
Thank you very much. Please, a power clap for him. Thank you. Any other person that want to state what they've learned? Or we think they've mentioned everything? What's okay? So now these are the key messages I want us to take home. That to use credit products, you need to understand well the credit terminologies, like the ones we did, the words and meaning. If you understand those words, they will not cheat you. Then the borrowers, we also noted that the borrower is responsible for repaying back the loan according to the repayment schedule. We mentioned that, right? Okay, then taking out a loan is a serious matter. I mentioned that as well. So choose a loan and a lender wisely. Then we also learned that the lender you choose will depend on the nature of your project. That's the goal you wish to achieve by taking out the loan. So, any questions? Any question? Pastor?
I have questions.
Okay, I'm listening.
Thank you. In this training,
Yes, sir.
I believe that you are training us so that all these activities should be perfect on it,
Yes, sir.
and God will grant the chance for us.
Yes.
Now, Benjamin say one thing when we were discussing in the past.
Okay.
As he made me remind what my father and mother tell me when I'm leaving the village.
Okay.
Benjamin said that even in the family, the money for borrowing from you, the one you have to assist them, that your mind will be not there and what you should do. The father tell you so. Now, the question now is that when all people that know that we have money that come to us, are we to borrow as money that come to us?
Sorry, come again with that question.
Okay, now that I have money
Yes.
there, and a lot of people know that I have money there.
Yes.
And now, all of them started coming to me.
Yeah.
You should lend it to them.
You should lend it to them. Do you have some? Okay, now you are not a professional lender. You are not in the business of lending. You know, in lending there are do's and don'ts, and there are documents that you need to bind these people with. If you don't have ideas of those things, don't get yourself involved. Don't just get yourself involved. If not, you will lose money.
Not even money, sir. Some life. Yes, in that local area.
Some life now, You imagine that you gave money to 4 or 5 bad people that they know that maybe you did not even tell your wife that you borrowed them money. You know it's dangerous.
In 2024, I sold my car to one person, and closer. He paid the half, the remaining half. And I never know that what he has in mind, not to pay. He said that he want to pay 2 times.
Did you sign any documents? It's on a mount-to-mount agreement.
So he used the car. What was he? I said, this thing you are using it, you are not paying. I continue asking, he said, we pay tomorrow, we pay. One day I went to his house. He said, this money, you don't know the way to play it now. He started showing me his property. That if I can take this, I can take this. I come and tell my wife. My wife said, because it seems like we're familiar, that is why we don't write here. I say I should leave it alone because when time comes, surely they will still come to our house. They will be telling his story now our fish na in that place. Because you right talk say they go down. Maybe to ba go sit na police to go on that. You see, you say
What did he say? He said,
Okay.
anyone that commits crime here,
Yes.
once you get home, you not tell the person that.
Yes.
So my wife said I should, if that is how we give them bury it like that.
They went with your car, with your money. You did not, in any point in time, say, okay, bring the car, come and take your half money back.
The car said I'm not even me. He said he wanted to die, I will not take it again.
He has destroyed it.
He said you see.
You left the car.
So that's why I asked that question because in that local area where we live, people normally come
To borrow
just
money.
small, sometimes 50, 100.
Please introduce them to all those microfinance banks. Let them go there and don't give anybody money. Especially, in the sense you want to dash the person. Or like you mentioned earlier, anyone you want to forgo, you can give. But you know it's your business money. You want to be hungry tomorrow. You can introduce the person, they should go to that microfinance bank and they can get as much as even, if they want 100,000, they get 200, they get no for that time. So any other question? Any other question?
I want to ask this question.
Okay, no
I think
problem.
this is the opportunity.
Okay, sir.
Now we can look at it critically.
Okay.
The word we are talking about the
Yes.
word guarantor
Okay.
and surety.
Okay.
Is this the same thing?
It's almost the same. Now, if you are a
Because I
shorty,
want to believe if there is a default,
yes,
is it the guarantor that will pay?
that is what guarantee is.
What about surety?
Shorty now is, if you get shorty, is in a case of maybe you give somebody a car as hire purchase. I'm citing an example.
Okay.
Maybe you give somebody a car as hire purchase. The person is meant to be paying this person every week 50,000, every week 50,000. Now you signed as a shorty for the driver that he will be paying, if this driver will be paying 50,000. Now what you signed off as is, if this driver did not pay, they can come and ask you for the money.
Then if you don't pay, what happens?
If you don't pay, you can be arrested. You can be arrested. And if they are even looking for the driver, they do not see it's you will catch. And you will pay.
Because you know we have there is this agency for borrowing loan to some microcredit.
Okay, microcredit. This is
So we discovered that the agency is coming down now because people are not paying.
People are not repaying.
Some people even believe that that is their own portion of the national
Government money.
now. So those people that are guarantors,
Yes.
it's only those people that guarantee the borrower that are civil servants
Yes, that they are going after.
that are paying.
Yes, now because if you don't pay, they can take it from your
And they are
salary.
taking it from. So that is the mistake they make. They just using anybody bringing collateral and all of that.
Yes.
But they discovered that they defaulted and they were not able to get back their
Money
it's only the civil servant.
that they
And because they just remove the right letter to accountant general.
They'll start removing the money without your consent. You
The
see, before you sign as a guarantor, compare me and co. Please, listen. Before you sign as a guarantor, it's important that you note that in case this person you are signing up for do not pay this money, I will pay. That is what it means. So if this is your brother now to take money and come and give you form to sign, in most cases, even if you sign the form, they still tell you give us blank check. You know why they are telling you blank check? They are hoping you in more. You will sign the check, you will not do dates as part of being a guarantor. Now you know it's a crime in Nigeria when they throw in your check and it bounces and come back to you are already a criminal. So if you're signing a guarantor, as standing as a guarantor for anybody, be careful make sure it's somebody that will pay back that loan, not somebody that will not give default or will run. If you don't see that person, it's you. It's just see it as if you are the one that collected his money. So let's be careful. Any other questions? Any other questions? So thank you everybody for listening and participating in this session. I hope we'll take home the key messages and implement it in our daily lives. So please let's give ourselves a power clap, another one. Thank you very much.